We usually talk about attachment styles in the context of relationships, romantic partners, family dynamics, and friendships. But money is a relationship too. A deeply emotional one. And the way you earn, spend, save, avoid, obsess, or ignore money often mirrors how you attach to people, safety, and even yourself. Your attachment style didn't appear out of nowhere. It developed as a way to stay connected and protected through life, from childhood into adulthood. And that same wiring shows up when you're budgeting, investing, lending, giving, or pretending your bank balance doesn't exist. Understanding your attachment style can quietly, but powerfully, shift how you relate to money. Let's talk about how. Your financial habits didn't form in a vacuum. They developed alongside your beliefs about trust, control, dependence, and self-worth. When you understand this connection, money stops being just a numbers problem and becomes a relationship, one that can be understood, repaired, and strengthened over time. Here are the different attachment styles that show how you relate to money. People with a secure attachment style generally trust themselves and the world around them. That trust shows up in their finances. Securely attached adults tend to feel comfortable with money, not because they have unlimited amounts of it, but because they believe they can handle what comes their way. They're able to hold tension, spending and saving, enjoying and planning, generosity and boundaries. They don't panic at every unexpected expense. They don't define their worth by their net worth. And they don't avoid financial conversations out of fear. Financial patterns you may notice. Balanced spending and saving habits. Willingness to seek advice without feeling incompetent. Ability to recover emotionally after financial setbacks. Less impulsive money behavior tied to external validation. Secure attachment doesn't mean perfect with money. It means flexible, responsive, and grounded even when things wobble. If this sounds like you, stretch yourself. Set bolder financial goals and pursue them. Keep trusting your judgment, you've earned that trust. Recalibrate often. Growth requires adjustment, not rigidity. If you have an anxious or preoccupied attachment style, money can feel like emotional oxygen. Or emotional threat. Sometimes both in the same week. Anxiously attached adults tend to be hyper-aware of their financial situation. They feel money deeply. Every dip, every bill, every comparison hits harder. This awareness can be a strength. It often makes them diligent, driven, and goal-oriented. But it can also turn money into a constant source of anxiety. Because self-worth is often externally anchored, money can become a stand-in for safety, approval, or love. Financial patterns you may notice. Overthinking financial decisions. Anxiety-driven spending or oversaving. Difficulty trusting yourself with money choices. Seeking reassurance through lifestyle, gifts, or generosity. Feeling behind it no matter how much progress you make. When anxious attachment meets money, the work isn't about more discipline, it's about building internal safety. If this is you, start with inner confidence. No amount of money can replace self-worth. Ask yourself, what do I already have? Skills, education, lived experience, resilience. Write it down. Create a gratitude or journaling practice to anchor yourself in abundance, not scarcity. When the "I'm not enough" thoughts show up, pause. Breathe. Ask, is this true, or is this protection talking? Relate to money as a partner, not a judge. Make decisions from equality, not fear. Avoidant or dismissive attachment styles prize independence. And with money, that independence can become rigid. Adults with this attachment style often believe they should be able to handle everything on their own. Financial help, advice, or collaboration can feel intrusive or even weak. There's confidence here, but it can quietly slide into isolation. Money becomes something to manage privately, emotionally detached, sometimes even dismissively. Financial patterns you may notice. Avoiding financial conversations or planning with others. Reluctance to seek professional advice. Overconfidence in handling financial challenges alone. Missing opportunities due to mistrust or emotional distance. Emotional disconnect from financial goals. Avoidant attachment isn't about irresponsibility. It's about self-protection, sometimes at the cost of growth. If this is you, ask yourself, what do I gain by restricting myself? And what do I lose? Look honestly at people with money who've done really well in the world. Are they all corrupt? Probably not. Remember this quote, often attributed to Sarojini Naidu about Gandhi: it cost a lot of money to keep this man in poverty. Impact requires resources. Money isn't good or bad. It's a tool. You still choose who you become while holding it. This is where money can feel the most chaotic. Disorganized or fearful avoidant attachment styles involve conflicting desires, wanting safety and support, but fearing trust and dependence. With money, this often shows up as avoidance mixed with intense shame or fear. Thinking about finances can feel overwhelming, triggering, or emotionally paralyzing. So it's easier not to think about it at all, until it becomes impossible not to. Financial patterns you may notice: avoiding checking bank accounts or bills, inconsistent spending habits, emotional shutdown around money conversations, low confidence in financial decision-making, feeling bad with money without knowing why. This isn't laziness. It's a nervous system overload. And healing starts with compassion, not pressure. If this is you, gently look at your situation. The fear is often worse than the fact. Take small steps. Tiny ones count. Checking an account is a win. Ask yourself, if this were easy, what would I do next? Get support. A coach, therapist, mentor, trusted friend. Don't do this alone. Create simple, doable goals and celebrate every single win. Confidence grows through evidence. A lot. More than most financial advice will ever admit. The way you relate to money often mirrors how safe you feel in the world, how much you trust yourself, how you handle uncertainty, how you seek or avoid support. Confidence with people often reflects confidence with finances. Avoidance in relationships often mirrors financial avoidance. The attachment patterns you learn to survive emotionally don't magically disappear when money enters the picture, they just change outfits. And here's the important part: attachment styles are not life sentences. They are patterns. Patterns can be understood. And what's understood can be softened. Your relationship with money isn't just about income, budgeting, or discipline. It's about connection, safety, trust, history. When you stop asking, what's wrong with me and money, and start asking, what did I learn about safety and support, everything shifts. You don't need to choose between therapy that ignores finances or financial advice that ignores emotions. A healthy money relationship lives in the middle, where awareness meets action. Start there. Gently. Honestly. That's where real financial growth begins.